Bowie Granite Week Winning on my fellow Transformer fans. Monkey here for my non-TF Q&A. Thank you so much to all your questions. It was really cool of you. Thank you so much. So, let's get on with it. Okay, so Rob Quick asks, what's your top 3 video games of all time? Resident Evil 2, Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, and Gears of War 3. Okay, Stuart Blythe. Top 3 albums right now. I'd have to say Ride the Lightning by Metallica, Random Access Memories by Daft Punk, and American 4 Man Comes Around, Johnny Cash. He also asks, what's my favourite beer? I'm not a beer man. I like a homemade brew. I like a home brew, or go to a pub and get a local brew. But I'm more into my Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels honey all the way. Ian asks, who's my favourite Starfleet captain? Ben Sisko. Matt Norris wants to know why he's so sexy. It's all about attitude, baby. Sammy Sadek asks my top 5 comic books. I'm going to go with The Ultimates. That's part 1 and 2. Wonder Woman from the New 52. Kick-Ass. I've just finished Kick-Ass 3. It's brilliant. It's really, really good books, guys. If you haven't read them, get them. All Hail Megatron. And finally, She-Hulk. That's the 2004-2005 lot. Very, very good. They've done a complete works. It's a good book. Ian Pye also asks, what's my favourite book, sci-fi book? It's Gears of War, Asphalt Fields, by Karen Travis. It is more of a war book because the fact that she dealt with my old regiment and spoke. She's a journalist, and she spoke to. She actually got in touch with the regiment and actually got ideas from them, input from them on what it's like to be a soldier, and she put a lot of that into it. So there's a lot of war, but it is a sci-fi book. Matt Norris wants to know what I do for a living. Well, Matt, I'm an evil maniacal genius who lives 300 metres below Stonehenge, and I think of plans and total world domination every day. I haven't done it yet, but I will get there. I'm a rail consultant. I book rail tickets for companies. Bill Barkley asks, have I ever kissed a Blarney Stone? No, I haven't kissed the Blarney Stone. As you can tell, I don't speak eloquently. But yeah, I haven't. Maybe I should. That would help, I think. Matt Norris wants to ask, will you join me doing a Transformers YouTube community of a cover of Duran Duran's The Reflex? I'm more of a Spandau man myself, but I will help you out if you need it. If you're that desperate that you need me. But yes, I will do it. Maybe you're just looking for someone who's mad enough to do it. Yes, I am the man for you. Sammy Sadek asks, what's my ideal perfect donuts? That's the Krispy Kremes, and it's the ones with the chocolate covering and the cream centre filled. Oh, it's Satan filled that up. That's Satan's spooge. It's so good, it must be evil. Matt Norris also asks, does your chewing gum lose flavour on the bedpost overnight? Oh me, oh my, oh you, whatever shall I do? Hallelujah, the question is peculiar. I'd give a lot of dough. If only I could know the answer to my question. Is it yes or is it no? Dave Shotton, sod. Really good question, and it pecked my head for ages. The question is, you're trapped in a trench during the First World War, but it's also an alternative universe. You're all alone, and an army of undead Nazis slowly approach. In this alternative universe, you have the ability to call upon 5 people from history to stand and fight with you. Who would you choose and why? Alexander the Great, because he covered a lot of the planet, to be honest, of the known world. And also, if he dies, he'll be reborn as Bullseye. So, he'll take out all the targets. Jesus Christ, because he could reverse the bread fish thing and turn an army of undead into a handful. Problem solved, yeah. And then he could turn water into wine, and we could all get pissed after the celebration for a total victory.
Nikolai Tesla.
Because he is a lightning warrior! Come! We need to get close up And also, finally, Darth Vader, because he is a historical character, because he was far, far away, long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And it was real! Rob Quick asks, if you were a visionary, Knights of Magical Light, what would your animal emblem be? Right, I'm going to give you a few moments to shout at the TV or your laptop or whatever to scream what it is, because I know you're all doing it. Yes, it's a monkey, but it's not any monkey. No. I'm a shit-flinging monkey. Oh yeah, pebbles away. Dora McQuarrie, the lovely Dora McQuarrie, asks, do you have wee templates for your various head and face focused hair? You know, make it easier to them to keep them groomed. No, this is done freehand. Of course, today it's not happening. I gotta get blades. I will be doing it soon though. I've got a bit of a hobo look at the moment. My amigo Luke Hollywood asks, how many tea bags would you use to charm a grumpy elephant? 3 is the answer, because 3 is the magic number, Luke. Dorian, on that note, asks, what's my favourite type of tea? And biscuits, Dunkin' or whatever. PG tips and digestives. I like old school, original digestives. Lidl does some really good biscuits. They taste exactly the same as McVitie's. They do the chocolate digestives, the normal digestives, ginger nuts and things like that. Go to Lidl, just pick some up there. They're a lot cheaper. Bill Barkley asks, do I believe in little people? Well, of course I do, Bill. I married one. Ian Pyatt asks, if you were given the chance to meet a hero from Marvel Cinematic Universe, which one would you most like to meet? And why would you choose to meet? Right, okay, and why? It would be Black Widow. She is badass. She's a really good character. She needs her own film. Okay? And I've always said this. Do you remember in Transformers 3, the first time you see that model and it's her ass shot? And you can imagine Bay behind her going, you know, it's a little bit creepy. But they get a great ass shot in Avengers when she's talking to Loki, trying to get the information off her. And it's a great shot. It's behind, but it's a great, you can see. That's how you do it, Bay. That's how, if you want an ass shot, that's how you do it. Don't put it right in your face. The blokes will look. There's still something engaging going on the screen, you know? Bill Barkley asks, have you ever found a 4-leaf clover? No, I make my own look, Bill. Ian Pyatt, what are your top 3 detective police TV shows, and do you watch Castle? I don't watch Castle yet. I will be watching it. The wife watches it. She watches all the police and detective shows. Okay, I watch a handful. Okay, my favourites: Law and Order, the original, CSI Las Vegas, and Sherlock. It was a toss-up between Sherlock and Elementary because I like them both, but Sherlock better. Just. Bill Ledson has Defenders of the Earth or Bionic 6.
Defenders of the Earth, defenders. Out of the sky, his rockets ignite. Jets into battle, flying faster than light. Lord of the jungle, the hero who stalks. The beast call him brother, the goes to war. Defenders of the Earth, defenders. Master of magic spells and illusion. Enemies crumble in fear and confusion. And drink, defenders of the Earth, defenders. His strength is a legend, his skills conquer all. Armed with his power, we never will fall. No. Defenders of the Earth, defenders. With our new young heroes, proving their worth. 4 become 8, defending the Earth. Defenders of the Earth, defenders. Defenders of the Earth.
Need I say more? Stuart Blythe asks, who was the best Planeteer? Who do I think was the best Planeteer? Marty, he had the power of heart, he had telepathy, and he had a spider monkey as a pet, or as a little friend, and it was voiced by Frank Welker. Bill Ledson asks, what's your favourite Burt Reynolds movie? I won't say it's a Burt Reynolds movie, but he's in it. Striptease. I just love him in that. He's absolutely brilliant. I can feel it squishing between my toes. It's just classic. You can't beat that. Bill Ledson also asks, do you see the opportunity for a live-action gummy bear movie? Absolutely. And I'm thinking about who could play him. Like Gruffy, Gummy could play Ray Winston. Zoomy could play Dick. If only, it's a little bit late now, but Dickie Attenborough would have been a really good Gummy. Grammy, Kathy Bates. And Tummy, Forrest Whitaker. The other guys I can't think of. But those are the start anyway. And you get those names down and everyone would be wanting to get on and the budget would be brilliant and it would be amazing. Bill Lesson also asks, are you a fan of a pie and a barm cake? And if so, what's your favourite? Mine is cheese and onion pie with ketchup in a barm. Okay, first of all, no, I'm not from Wigan. However, I do like cheese and onion pie. This is Matt Norris. Who killed Jimmy Hoffa? I did. And then a year later, I was born, and you'll never catch me. Natalie Harper asked best gaming console ever of all time. I was going to say, I wrote down actually, I was going to say Xbox 360. But looking back at it, the history of it, it was a bad start. Really bad start. Red Ring of Death and all that. PlayStation 2 was the best console because it was a great upgrade. You could also play your original PlayStation games on it. There was no issues with the system, and it was just a better box. All right, you didn't do online, all right, but who cares? It was a gaming console. It was awesome. Bill Ledson, through the thing when he said barn cake, it went into a bit of a thing. There was a debating session over it. People were saying it was a barn cake, a cob, a stotty, or something else. It's a muffin. I call it a muffin. But I do say chip barm. So Bill Ledson asks, can you play any musical instruments? Yeah, I've had a play on the drums, had a little paradiddle and things like that. It's a little bit harmonica, didgeridoo, guitar, banjo, bit of piano. Just little bits of everything, most of the guitar though. John Penfold, Mr. John, asks, do you lose your camera often? No, John, just once. Just let everyone know what happened. The Sunday night, I left my video camera down in the lobby, and I forgot all about it. And I got home back into Manchester. I got home unpacking, and I realised where's my video camera, and I ended up ringing him up. I had it there, so I had to go back down the next day. So, yeah, I'm a plonk. Yeah, I know. Robert Turner asks, "What's your favourite song?" That's another good question. Okay, it's between "Go with the Flow" with Queens of the Stone Age, All the Love in the World, 9 Inch Nails, or Adele with "Someone Like You." But I can't make my mind up between the three of them. What comics are you reading outside Transformers? Wonder Woman, Kick-Ass, Rogue Trooper, She-Hulk. That's it at the moment. Christopher Perry asks, what's the best time you had making a video? The last video I made, which was the AA Hall and Thoughts, I really liked doing that. I also liked doing the Nothing Like AA musical video I did. Just being creative. It's just a bit silly. It was a labour of love, that, I think. Christopher Perry also asks, what's a good name for a pet dinosaur? Stompy. He also asks, who's your greatest rival? I don't have one. I love everyone, baby. Love everyone. Ben Saunders. Ben. If you could clone yourself into an infinite number of times and given enough typewriters, would you be able to type the entire works of Shakespeare? No, because I go on a tangent. Steve Thomas asks, have you ever had sex in your pants? Well, anyone who knows me, he knows this bloody question anyway. He knows the answer to this. I sex all the time. So I see a really cool bot, or, just something really cool on YouTube or whatever. Just get excited, just sex in my pants. My compadre, John Rasmussen, Rasatron, asks, if you were really desperate and had no choice, would you take a shit in the street? John, you know I did. If you could have the powers and abilities of any superhero for 24 hours, which hero would you choose? Huey Lewis in the news. Get the power of love. John Raz asks, when did you get your first mohawk? Looking at photos before, went back to last year's AA 2013. I had it then. I think I had it a few months before that. That's when I got my first mohawk. I found it empowering. I don't say give me confidence. I've got the confidence anyway. It's a good topic to start off conversations. And you'll always see me. you know, or you'll hear me first though. That's the point. Yeah, okay. Have you ever met Buffoon McBonkington, and did he ever rescue everyone? And did he rescue everyone with Jeff? You're a crazy cat, you Brad. I love you, man. Have you ever tried? This is Brad again. Have you ever tried to do that thing with the TV where you put your head on it and you collect static? Not my head, no. Ian Pyatt asks, what do you think of who would win the fight, Rogue Trooper or Judge Dredd? I'm going to say Rogue Trooper because I like Rogue Trooper. Judge Death is my favourite Dark Judge. See Thomas, so I clone you and keep... Can I clone you and keep you and hug you and call you George? Yes, you can. And we can swap over from time to time so that I can get the hugs and get called George. What is the best, DeLorean, Back to the Future, or the TARDIS? DeLorean's bad mileage, man. I mean, it looks cool and all that, but getting gas for it is astronomical. The TARDIS does space as well as time, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, the TARDIS. Plus, you can live in it. You know, you couldn't live in a DeLorean. No way. Which is your favourite Indiana Jones movie? I would have to say Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's a really good film. I love it. It's got the Nazis in. The third one's got the Nazis in as well, but the bad guys are not as strong as the first one. Natalie Harper. Hey Natalie. If you could go to a concert of anyone living or dead, who would it be? I would go and see The Who with Keith Moon and John Entwistle in still. Before they passed away. John only died about 5 years ago, but obviously Keith Moon ages ago. So yeah, definitely pre-death Keith Moon with Keith Moon as a drum still, definitely. Luke Hollywood, how the flip are you going to answer all these questions? Well, there you go, here's your answer. Ben's Collectibles, you went to the animals fair for the birds and the beasts were there. The big baboon by the light of the moon was combing his auburn hair. The monkey tripped on a skunk and slid down the elephant's trunk. The elephant sneezed and fell on his knees, but what became of the monkey? He went and had a cracked one off, you see, that's what the monkey was doing. Flinging shit. He also asked, Ben Collectibles also asked, Mortal Kombat on Street Fighter. Mortal Kombat, I get over here! And you know, Sub-Zero, I was a big Sub-Zero fan. Yeah, very cool. Bill Barkley asks, do you like Liam Neeson's films? I do. Michael Collins, Taken was cool. He was awesome in Batman Begins. Rob Roy. Excalibur, he had a small part in Excalibur. It was very, very cool. So yeah, Liam Neeson was cool. Bill Letson asks, did I introduce Raz to Heinz salad cream? No, I haven't, and I don't know if he knows. If he doesn't know it, I'll find out. I'll introduce it next year. He also asks, Kirk or Picard? It's really hard. If it's the TV show, between the TV shows, I'd say Picard. If it's the films, I'd say Kirk. He also asks, Ed the Duck or Gordon the Gopher? Gordon the Gopher. He also asks, the Saturday Superstore or number 73? Number 73. Actually, it was Going Live for me. I mean, I remember those stuff, but Going Live was my favourite. Now, marzipan on cake, sugary goodness or sickly nastiness? Sugary goodness. Angel cakes. Battenberg. Can't beat 'em. Can't beat 'em. So that is all of them. Thanks for listening. Thanks for putting up with me. I will do another video soon as. I've got some cool toys to show you. Also, Iconic Reviews. We're going on to iTunes very, very soon. You'll be able to go onto them and download all your iTunes stuff. In fact, you'll be able to look for it now. And look, you should be able to find all the old stuff. It might not be on yet. They've got to check I did it yesterday, so I think they've got to check the what's in it before they put it on iTunes. But hopefully, within the next week or so, it'll be up and running. So we're just waiting for iTunes to let us put it on. So, Iconic Reviews. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.